everyone, and welcome to What's Up Inland Empire. I'm Jessica Q, your host. And if it is your first time tuning in, we are a show, a podcast, a YouTube channel about bringing the community together and introducing different resources to you guys, and also highlighting, local leaders and people making a difference in the Inland Empire. And today I have somebody here that I work with regularly. I'm a volunteer for his organization. It is the Unforgettables Foundation. And this is Tim Evans. Hello, Tim. How are you?
Hi, Jessica Q. And you're a board member.
And I am a board member. That is right. Yes. And I've actually posted on our Instagram pages about the Unforgettables. It was a video of you explaining it. But maybe you could explain to everybody exactly what the Unforgettables Foundation is and how you help people.
Thanks for giving me that opportunity. The Unforgettables was started 25 years ago as a response to an unmet need in the community that I noticed, along with some medical personnel and friends, that there was nothing to help families who had lost a child with the funeral costs. I was the chaplain of the Children's Hospital, and with a bunch of doctors and nurses, we decided that cash-strapped and grief-stricken families needed help sometimes when they were struggling with those mortuary costs. And so we created the Unforgettables Foundation.
And you actually are celebrating this year a very, many years accomplishing, helping these people. How many years is it?
25th year we've just begun. So we've completed 24 full years, but now we're into the 25th year, which is really cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
25 years. And can you tell us about the growth that you've acquired with the organization over the years? Because I know you started in Redlands, right? So tell everybody what you've done this far.
Well, I've gotten quite an education in nonprofit since that time. And probably 80 to 90% of charities don't last 5 years. So to make it 25 years really says that the cause tugs on people's hearts, is gut level, is visceral. And we are. And we're very essential and needed. Anyone that's ever been around families and children know that every once in a while, these very dark events happen and families do lose a child. All the way from a teenager in a car accident or a cardiac issue, all the way down to an infant with stillbirth or SIDS or even suicide for kids in their teen years.
Yeah.
So we cover the whole range of things that can lead to the death of a child, cancer being one of our leading, and also congenital anomalies, which is the medical term for birth defects.
Yeah. And I mean, it's so amazing, what the Unforgettables does. And the reason why I actually initially found out about it was because I met somebody that utilized, your guys' services. And she had the loss of a child. And so she didn't have the money to pay for, her funeral, and you guys stepped in. And so that was the first time I really heard of the Unforgettables. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. That really, it's like the lowest point, that you could be in, and you guys step in and say, hey, you're already stressed about so much. Let us help you. So I love that.
It's really the darkest day in the life of a family. It's the number one reason families go through divorce. And the economic long-term implications and impact really hurts families if they have to, go into debt to pay for their child's funeral. So we pay a portion of it, and we also give them a shot of encouragement, knowing that they're not alone and that the community cares, God cares, good people want to surround them and hug them and just say, hey, look, you're not alone in this.
Right. And, let's tell everybody ways that they can help bring funds to these families through the organization. So you have events coming up, how can people get involved?
Well, we are really like a community bank, Jessica. As you know, there's not a lot of things we can do to touch these families, literally. because they want to be left alone. And you can totally understand it. These people have been slugged and kicked in the gut 2 or 3 times. And so they want to just hunker down, find a way to get through it and just focus with their little core group. So we raise money. That's the main thing we do. And we distribute that money to the mortuary of the family's choice. And so we have fundraisers all year long. And yeah, we've expanded after a few years of being very successful. And, our donors have been so good to us. We've never turned a single family away for lack of funds over 25 years, which is pretty phenomenal. But we basically have chapters now in a few other states and even 3 in Canada. So we may be the only charity ever started in the Inland Empire, or even specifically San Bernardino County, that has ever started here and gone out to the rest of the nation and the rest of the continent in such a level.
Yeah. And so we're going to go ahead and go into a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. So we'll learn more about what you got coming up so we can go help and support the cause.
Do you need help reaching more customers? At NB Media, we're a full-service advertising agency offering social media marketing, Hulu, Spotify, billboards, photo shoots, radio, TV, and websites. To see what else we offer, visit www.nb.media or call 951-777-1947.
All right, we're back, and thank you to our sponsor. And so we're here with Tim Evans with the Unforgettables Foundation. We are about to start talking about how you guys can help his cause, and this is a cause for everybody, really, the community. So let's talk. I know you got golf tournaments, there's different things, and there's something really cool coming up with Garner Holt. If you guys don't know who Garner Holt is, all those cool, what do they call them? The animatronics. At Disneyland, in the movies, like the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah. Universal Studios, Knott's Landing. He supplies those for all those amazing parks.
Yes. So he makes those. He's throwing a party for the Unforgettables. So, and I heard that he's going to have the Little Mermaid animatronics there too.
That's the theme this year. It's Little Mermaid.
Ooh, that's going to be so cool. Okay. But yes, Garner Holt is actually a resident of the Inland Empire too. So there you go.
He's from Redlands.
Love it.
And like you, he's a very successful alumni of our Bachelorette auction.
Oh, gosh. Don't bring that up on the podcast.
Oh, you were so popular and you have so much charisma. You were perfect for that.
Thank you. It was fun. And I'm always happy to help and, wherever I can help. So it was a good time. That was one of the events, a bachelor and bachelorette party. Auction, and it was a party.
Next January again at Jay Riley's in Redlands.
Yes, it was such a good time. And then golf tournaments, and you have them all over too. So
we have about 6 or 7 a year. Actually, I stumbled onto the success that during COVID, because we already had a number of golf tournaments, people couldn't do stuff inside, but they could do it outside. So we really have a number of very successful golf tournaments, one that we own, and then a bunch of partnerships. Okay. We have a partnership with BDA, the Business Development Association. These are the road builders, landscape architects, engineering companies. And that's on the 27th of October out at Tuckwit Canyon.
Okay.
So people can go to our website, unforgettables.org.
Yep, there you go.
And also we have that party at Garner's, where Garner and his girlfriend, who's on our board, Leanne, they are so kind to us, and they open their 100,000 square foot warehouse, the Garner Holt Production Company facility for us for party the last few years. And this year, yes, is Little Mermaid.
That's going to be so
that's Saturday night, November 4th.
And this isn't like a invite only. So anybody can attend. You buy tickets. And while you're there, there's opportunities because they're trying to raise money, right?
Yep.
So there's going to be raffles. There's going to be
auction.
silent. And it's so much fun. I do truly enjoy going to the events, and, it's like you have a great time, and that the money is going to go to a great cause. And I love that. And oh, go ahead.
Well, it's a tough topic, and I've dealt with this for 30, 40 years around the dangers for children, some of the diseases, some of the domestic problems and dangers they have, seeing kids in the hospital when I was chaplain, if they're in the danger of dying, and then afterward, if they actually have died. And so we want to have our people not be too overburdened with the real sensitivity of that situation. We want them to have a good time at the party, but then they know that they're raising money for a really good thing and a really kind cause.
It is. And also, let's talk about your social medias, ways that people can connect with you. Because, you could be a volunteer. You can help out by volunteering at these events, at the golf tournaments. It's really fun. It's also great networking too. You get to meet a lot of people, a lot of opportunities, So what else? So volunteering, you can make donations.
You can donate, you can volunteer. There's an old adage in charity, wealth, work, or wisdom. So you can donate some of your money, be a sponsor, just be one of our matches. We're doing a $25,000 match right now because it's our 25th birthday year. You can do your work. You can be a volunteer. You can come into our office and help with some of the internal stuff, or at events. We always need volunteers. Or you can give us wisdom. And we're always looking for board members. And you've been phenomenal. Your connection to that social media world, which I, as a very old guy, is not necessarily good at. You have
but
been
I see you on there.
You've been a huge
you
help.
post regularly.
So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and a few others, which I don't even know if I can name, but you can.
Yes. And so you can go, the best thing to do is go to the website and you'll find all the links for everything and all the opportunities to connect with the Unforgettables and help out. And yes, this has been so amazing. Is there any last events or words or anything you want to tell everybody before we go?
Well, one thing in Riverside, our office is in Redlands. We cover the whole region of the Inland Empire, High Desert, Low Desert, Temecula Valley. But we have a thing coming up on October the 18th, a Wednesday night at the Mission Inn, free. And people can come and be in the audience. It's our annual Children and Families in Crisis Conference, Hope for Hopelessness. And it's on suicide. And we have a panel as part of Stan Morrison Unforgettable Speaker Series. He's a former Citizen of the Year in Riverside, bigger than life, 84, 85, somewhere in that range, and just Mr. MC for this whole region. And he's on our board, and he puts on a wonderful panel discussion following a keynote speaker, Dr. Cheryl Green, who's a child psychiatrist who deals with teenage suicide. And that's our topic. It's a tough one, but if you want to learn more, free, Mission Inn on the 18th.
October 18th. And that information is on the website as well.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tim. And thank you so much for everything that you do and, making it happen. Because actually having the vision and actually implementing it is like, where you came in and you did God's work. And and you really do change a lot of people's lives and help so many people. And so thank you for doing that.
And we all do it because our motto is because every child is unforgettable. And I thank you for being a board member. Thanks for the interview.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. And thank you guys. I love this. We're just so appreciative here. So thank you, Tim. Thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe, follow, go check us out on Instagram, and I'll see you next week with another episode. Bye.
Thank you.